Let's talk dimension styles in AutoCAD. So if you need to dimension a drawing, but you don't necessarily like any of the default dimensioning styles in AutoCAD, you can certainly do a lot of playing around in terms of the dimension styles themselves. So if we go to this little button here on the Annotate tab, you can also just type dim style and open up this window. So I would say let's create a new dimension style, and let's just say, and we can say we want to base it off of one of the other styles that's already there. Maybe we'll do it off the standard, and so on. Now, when you create a new dimension style, you do want to double check if you want it to be annotative or not. I would certainly recommend annotative because this means it's going to be that you set up the paper size of your dimensions and it will automatically scale it based off of the annotation scale you set. If you're unsure about what annotation scale is or annotative scale is, I'll link a video in the description that kind of walks through that process as simply as I can make it, because it can be a real confusing topic within AutoCAD. Once we've done that, I'm going to say continue. And we've created a new dimension style. Now, if you look over here, I have a little cheat sheet, so feel free to kind of full screen and screenshot this. But essentially, if you need to know what some of these things and these options mean, you can kind of see which tab it's on, which symbols, which tab it's on, and kind of which setting it is, and what does that setting mean. So in terms of line, things like your baseline spacing, if you're not sure what that is, basically that's the distance between the dimension line itself and the actual number or the figure that it's dimensioning. So we're basing a lot of this off of the defaults, but you can always play around with all of these. Now I'm going to go into symbols and arrows and say maybe we don't want arrows, we want the architectural tick. And maybe we want our leaders to be dots instead of the arrows. We can also play around with the size. Maybe we want to bump them up so they're just a little bit more dramatic, or bump them down so they're a little bit more subtle. I'm going to keep it at a bit dramatic. Then of course you might want to play around with the text. Now if you want your text to kind of be a different style, I would really recommend creating a dimension text style. And so that would be something that you could actually adjust here. So for example, maybe we want to use the text note style, but maybe we would just want to create a new style. And I'm going to choose this font so we know that it's actually going to show up differently, but I'm going to leave annotative. And it's gonna be quite small, so let me do 3/16, 3/32. And then close. So we want to just choose that dim style. And let's say we want our text placement. Now this is one of the things I really like to adjust because I do not like the way it's kind of in the middle of the line. So I want it to be above the line, but centered. And let's do left to right, and I want it to be aligned with the dimension line. So again, these are adjustments that you can preview over here, but you can play around with it here. Then of course you want to play around with your units. So obviously if you're using millimeters like most of the world, you would want to keep that decimal, but if you're using feet and inches, you want to make sure it's architectural inches and set your precision however precise you would like it to be. You can also play around with the type of fraction. So do you want it to be a horizontal, diagonal, or just not stacked at all? I always like the diagonal one. And I think otherwise than that. If you are working in a way that maybe needs both units kind of showing, you can always display alternate units and just do that multiplier for it. So for example, you would need to make sure you have the calculation in place for if it's, inches to millimeters or centimeters or, feet to meters and so on. But I'm going to keep that unchecked now. And with that, we've started to make a custom dimension style. Click OK, close, and now what we can do is go in here. Let's set our annotative style. So let's say it's going to be a 1/4 inch plan, and let's say dim linear. And we can actually start to dimension our drawing. And we can see that it's using the text we'd chosen, our really dramatic tick marks. We can kind of adjust that. And maybe we want to do, let's do a couple more. So The benefit of doing this all within a dimension style rather than trying to edit all of these things over here in the properties is going to be, hey, let's go back to dimension style. I don't like my dramatic tick mark. I'm going to modify this. And let's make it where it's a little bit more gentle. And let's just do it where it's just the little light kind of tick. Click OK, close. And now that's automatically updated across all instances of that particular dimension style. So that's the basics of setting up a dimension style in AutoCAD. And again, if you want that little cheat sheet, feel free to look over here and you can see kind of what each of these different settings means within that dimension style dialog box.